Hello, welcome to today's lesson. My name is Paul Williams Ofori Jr. Today we have Science for Basic 1. Science for Basic 1. Okay, so please look on the board. We are looking at strand 1, diversity of matter. And then we will look at substrand 2, that is materials. Or if you say materials. So the indicator, identify and name a variety of everyday materials in their immediate environment. So we are going to identify and name a variety of everyday materials in their environment or in their immediate environment. Okay, so the topic is materials in the environment. Materials in the environment. Today we are looking at the environment, the materials that we have in the environment. Please, materials, we are not talking about the fabrics that we use to sew our dresses. No, we are talking about different things. So if you hear materials, don't be thinking about what your mothers, your fathers, they buy and then they take it to the tailor or the seamstress to sew something for you. So we are talking about different things, materials in the environment. Now in this lesson, we are going to look at these ways. The first one is wood. All of you, wood. Again, wood. Then we have materials. All of you, materials. Environment. We have plastic. And then we have metal. So as we continue, you understand these words. I believe you all know wood. Yes, we get wood from what? Plants and trees. Materials. So they are things that we use to make objects. They are found in our environment. Environment also means the things that we see around us. The things that are around us, they are what we call the environment. Plastic. So plastic too is a material. It's also a material used to do other things. And then we have metal, which is also a material. So now let's look at it. There are many materials in our environment. These materials are different and are used for different things. We use these materials to make objects. Examples of materials in our environment are metals, wood, plastics, soil, grass, textiles, water, stones, and the rest. So we are saying that we have materials in the environment, and the materials that we have in our environment, they are used to make objects. So whatever object that you know, that you use, they are made from what? Materials. And the examples of materials are what? Metals, wood, plastics, soil, grass, textiles, water, stones. So just mention one thing and I will tell you the materials that they use to. Just mention one object. So let's say table. Table, we use wood to make table. You can also use metal to make table. You can also use plastic to make table. So these are materials and the object that we use to we use them for. Okay, so now let's look at them. Examples. The metal. This is a metal for you. This is how metal looks like. This is a material. It is used to do so many things. This is what? Wood. This is wood. This is how wood also looks like. We get them from trees and plants. Now, this is how plastics are also. This is how plastic looks like. This is plastic. We have soil. Some of them, the colors are different. So we have different types of soil. But this is an example of what? Soil. Let's come to this side. We have stone or stones. They are also what? Materials. We have water. Water too is also what? A material. We have textiles. These things, they are also what? Materials. We have grass. Grass too is also what? A material. Okay, so when you talk of materials, they are things that are used to make objects. They are things that are used to make objects, and all these things are in the environment that we live. We have metal, we have wood, we have plastic, we have soil, we have grass, we have textile, we have water, we have stone, and other ones. There are many, but these are the few ones that I want you to know, or we are supposed to know. So anytime you hear about materials, please don't be thinking about what the tailor works on, what the seamstress also works on. Think about the things in the environment, what they are used for, or the things that we have, the object that we use, how they were able to make it. So for example, you have desks. The desks, they use some things to make desks. Before you make a desk, you need some things. Before you make a table, you need what? Some things. Before you can build a house, you need some things. So if you are building a house, you should know that you need metal, you need soil, you need wood. All these things are materials. All these things are what? Materials. So materials are things that are used to make what? Objects. Now let's continue. So all the objects we use are made up of one or more materials. For example, an object like cutlass is made up of two materials, metal and what? Wood. So if you know cutlass, let me show you what cutlass is. This is cutlass. So if this is cutlass, it's made up of what? Two materials, meaning they use two materials to what? To make this. They use two materials to make cutlass. So from this side, you see it is only metal, but the handle, it is not metal, it is what? Wood. So wood is a material, metal too is a material, and these two things have been used to make an object. The object is what? Cutlass. The object is cutlass. So I said that materials are used to make what? Objects. Do you get it? All objects were made from what? Materials. So just look around. Tell me one object that you can see, and then tell me what materials were used to make that object. So the materials that we have mentioned, which of them were used to make the object that you see? So your phone, the screen of your phone, what material was used to make it? Is what? Glass. Do you get it? Okay, so now let's continue. Materials and their everyday uses. Materials and their everyday what? Uses. So we are looking at the materials and what we use them for. Number one, metal is a material. Metal is used to make cutlass, saucepan, bell, needle. So all these ones are objects made from metals. So metal, this is what? Cutlass. Cutlass is used for what? Weeding. We use cutlass for weeding. We get cutlass, or we are able to make cutlass because of some materials, and we are saying that metals is one of them. The next one is saucepan. This one, we prepare food in it. We cook food in saucepan, and it is made of what? Metal. It's an object, but it's metal that was what? Used that was used to what? To make it. The next one is bell. The next one is what? Bell. This, we use it in the classroom, in school, church, and other places. So this is made of what? Metal. They use a material called metal. The handle too depends. Some of the handles are metal, some too are not metal. So here, bell is typically made of what? Metal. So we use a bell to call for attention. So let's say you are in classroom and your teacher needs you, or you are in school and there is a need for you to gather for an information. It is the bell that they use to invite all of you or to call of you. Now wood is a material. We have looked at first material called metal. The next one we are looking at is what? Wood. What are some of the things that we use wood for? What objects do we use wood for? So we are saying that wood is a material. Wood is used to make chairs, tables, doors, beds, and the rest. So all these are what? Objects. All these are what? Objects. and we use what? Wood. So we sit on chair and also write at the tables. So you sit here, you put your book on the chair, so on the table, and then you write. Now when you come to this side, this is door. So doors allow us to what? Enter and exit rooms. So every house, every room has a door. So it allows you to enter and then also come out. This is how doors looks like, and we use wood. We can use wood to make doors. Other things can be used to make doors. Here we sleep in bed. So this is what? This is bed made of what? Wood. This is bed made of what? Wood. So wood is a material and it is used to make objects like what? Bed. Okay. The next one, plastic, is a material. Plastic is also used to make bowls, chairs, tables, cups, and the rest. So you should know that all the materials are used to make objects. All the materials are used to make objects. And now we have bowl. We eat from bowls. This is a bowl made of what? Plastic. We drink from cups. This is also a cup made of plastic. We sit on chairs. This is also what? Plastic chair. This is plastic chair. Okay. Now when you come to this side, stone. Stone is a material. Stones are used to build houses and also used to decorate what? Places. So let's look at this. Look at this chapel or this building. I believe it's a church. So look at this. So you could see that they use stones to put up this structure. They use stones to build this. When you come to this side, look at the environment. You see, they have arranged the stones in such a way that you will not even see that this is what? Compound. But they have decorated the place with what? Stones, different colors of what? Stones. The same thing is also here. You see stones of different colors. So all these are materials. Stones are materials and they are also used to make objects. For example, we said they are used to build what? Houses. They are also used for decorations and other things. So that is one thing that you should know. The next one is soil. Remember, we are talking about materials and what they are used for. The objects that we use these materials to make. We have talked of metal, wood, we have talked of stones, we have also talked of plastics. Okay, so we are looking at what? Soil. Now, soil is a material. Soil is used to build houses, pots, etc. Plants grow in the soil too. So look at this building. Look at this building. It was built with what? Soil. So soil is used to build houses. Soil is used to build what? Houses. So this is the house. Look at this. Soil is used to mold what? Pots. Look at these pots. And those who have been drinking from this type of pots know that they use soil to mold it. Now we have this. What do we see here? We see plants here. Plants grow in what? In soil. So another use of this material is that it helps plants what? To grow. Okay. The next one is glass. Glass is a material. It is used to make mirror, glass jar, bulbs, and the rest. So look at this picture. After you have taken your bath, you want to dress, you use the mirror to what? To check everything. Make sure that everything is on point before you go out. So mirror help us to what? To see our faces and what? Objects. So they are made of what? Mirrors are made of what? Glass. Now let's come to this side. We have glass jar which is used for what? Drinking. Yes, if you go to where they sell alcohol and the things, those things, you see mostly they use what? Glass jar to drink. Now we have this electric bulb. So the electric bulb that you have in your room, yes, you see that it is made of what? Glass. Look at this side. It's made of what? Glass. So glass is a material used to make objects like electric bulb, glass jar, mirror, and they are all useful to us. The next one is textile. So textile is also a material. Textiles are used to make shirts, bags, hats, and the rest. So look at this. We wear shirts. Look at the shirt, very nice one. Look at the bag. We keep books in our bags. So look at this one. We wear what? Hats. So these are some of the things that we use metals to make. So we have learned about what? Materials and objects. All the materials that I mentioned: wood, metal, soil, plastic, stones, textile, and then grass. All these things are in our environment, the area that we live. They are part of us. They are part of the things in the environment, and we use these materials to make objects. We use these materials to make objects. If you want to make a cooking pot, you can use soil to mold it. You can also use metal. Metal is a material, soil too is a material. So if you need object like cooking pot, you can use soil. Do you get it? Apart from that, let's say you need a table. The table that you need, the carpenter will use what? Wood. Wood is also what? A material. Do you get it? Let's say your father want to put up a structure, want to build a house. They will need what? Some materials. The materials that they will need something like metals. They use metals to make the roofing sheet, the nails. Do you get it? Apart from that, they will need soil. The sand is a soil. Apart from that, what else? There are so many things. They will need wood for the doors and for ceiling and other things. So all the materials that we have in our environment, they are used for so many things, or they are used to make so many objects. And we use this object to, these objects. Now, so look around. Tell me one object that you can see. Just look around. I asked you this question. I'm asking you again. Tell me one object that you can see. If you can see pen, what material is used to make what? Pen. Pen, you can use plastics to do what? Or to make pen. Book, you can use what? Paper. Do you get it? Okay, so if you have desk, you can use what? Desk is an object. You can use what? Wood. So all these are materials and how or what they are used for. And the objects too are so important. We need these objects so that we can do our daily activities. Okay, so today's lesson, we are coming to an end. We have looked at the environment, the things that we can see in the environment. And the things that we can see in the environment, we have materials. So all these materials are useful to us. We use the materials to make objects. We use the materials to make objects. And the objects to help us to perform our daily activities. If you want to write, we need table. The table, before you can make a table, you need materials. Do you get it? So objects, we get our objects from what? The materials. The materials help us to make what? Objects. And we use this object to also perform our daily work. I hope you understand it. So today, this is what we have learned. If you have questions, feel free. But before we close everything, let's try to look at the questions or exercises. We have exercise 1, 5 questions. Exercise 2, 5 questions. That is true or false. Exercise 3. So another one, exercise 4. We have home assignment 1, home assignment 2. The home assignment 2, let's read. Draw and color one object that is made or that is used at home. So what object do you use at home? Draw and color one. This is simple. You can draw bed, the bed. You can draw television. You can draw mobile phone. You can draw anything that you use in the house, any object that you use in the house. Yes. So look at it, draw and then color it. That is your home assignment 2. There are other exercises there. Please get a copy of this book. The book is Kokromoti series. Kokromoti series. Get a copy. take your time and read. If there is something that you don't understand, feel free, reach out to us. Our contacts are available over there. Just look at it. You can WhatsApp us and then we will respond to it. Your teachers are also there. Your parents are also there. Please just get in touch with them. If you have questions, feel free and ask. If you ask more questions, you get more information, and that will help you to grow. That is how we learn. So feel free and ask questions. My name is Paul Williams Ofori. Thank you.